Hello, I'm Pablo Ral and welcome to Global SKIMO. In today's video, we will cover the topic of pole use in ski touring, which is something that many people don't do efficiently, and we will try to make all of you improve it. Let's go for it. The first important thing for pole planting, to do it right, is the issue of where we plant it. So, the spot where the planting should be done is more or less between the middle of the ski and the binding. So we will plant it here. Once we know that, depending on the slope, we vary whether we stick it higher or lower. The next important thing is how we grab the pole. This system, for example, which is of Lecky, it has the advantage that I have the grip as if it were for cross-country ski, but I can easily release from it. This one is very comfortable because we'll always have it tightly strapped and we can release our hand way back. But at transition time, we can easily let go. If you don't have this system and have the typical pole strap, it's important to grab it from below. We pick it up here, and now the hand rests well, and it's gripped here, the handle and the pole, when pulling it back, just like we can release it here. The next important point is the topic of coordination. Coordination is the same as we have when walking. So one trick you can do is to start walking simply without using poles. With your arms as you would carry them while walking, and once here you start incorporating it and begin to poling, and we would have the combo set. The next thing is the parallelism that we must maintain with the poles. They must go completely parallel to the skis, so that our hand doesn't go a bit too far in, because that will make the force we use not go in the direction of the march. So it's important that the poling is totally the vector of the force forward. It would be here, and as you see the pole plants in diagonally, then as we said before, between the tip and middle of the ski, and diagonally. What's important to keep in mind is the matter of the arm and how we use them. It is important that we use the large muscles of our body and not limit ourselves to using the tricep, which is a mistake many people make. So for that, we need to do the pole recovery by stretching from the shoulder and fully extending the arm, always with a slight elbow pressure. And when pulling, also take advantage of the full arm movement. So for that, we came here. This is where we plant it, and we have this whole path ahead, and the stick ends up behind, releasing by opening the hand. Now I'm going to discuss two of the most common mistakes many people make. In case you or someone you know, you can acknowledge it and correct it for them. So the first mistake is over-tucking your hands inward. This is a common pole planting error seen in many people. Here, as you can see, we're not pulling forward, the traction is diagonal. So this, or simply what we're doing, is leaning on the pole without exerting force. Or if we do exert force, the only thing it does is throw us off our position. Then when pulling here, it pulls us to one side, and pulling here to the other. So this use of the pole planting would be incorrect. And the other common mistake that usually happens, this also tends to happen as time goes by, the training, the race, the time. So we end up, instead of properly using our arms, we just end up doing elbow taps. It is very common, see people doing this pole planting technique. As you can see, we're just stretching and bending the elbow. And what happens here is that the tricep gets tired very quickly. And in the end, the arms just accompany and do not pull, which is really what we're looking for. So that Remember to stretch the arm well forward and the pole to the back. And now, finally, we're going to see the complete gesture so you know the model to follow. Well, and with this background, we say goodbye to this video. I hope it has been useful for you. Behind me, you can see the Kaprun Glacier, and below is Zell am See with its lake. It's amazing to be able to ski here, looking at the water below. See you soon with an upcoming video. I'll also prepare one about pole height, which I guess is another question you might have. And that's about it. Goodbye.